Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Austin FC versus Real Salt Lake in the first round of the Western Conference in the 2022 MLS Cup playoffs. Austin, the 2 seed, RSL, the Cinderella 7 seed, or the possible Cinderella 7 seed once again in these playoffs. We shall see if they pull off a little bit more magic that they pulled off last year, or will they fall short? We shall see. Lineups are as follows for Austin FC under Josh Wolff, one of the possible coaches of the year, in a 4-2-3-1. In goal, Brad Stuver. The back four, John Gallagher, Ruben Gabrielson, Julio Cascante, and Nick Lima. The midfield two, Jojan Valencia and Alex Ring. The defensive midfield two. The attacking midfielders, Ethan Finley, Sebastian Driussi, and Diego Fagundes, and Maxi Urruti, the striker for Austin FC. For Real Salt Lake, under Pablo Mastroeni, 4-4-2, Zach McMath in goal. The back four, Andrew Brody, Justin Glad, Marcelo Silva, Brian Oviedo. Midfielders, Michael Chang, Brian Ojeda, Pablo Ruiz, and Jefferson Savarino. In the front two, Sergio Cordova and Rubio Rubin. Yes. Former New York player Alex Ring, yes. Did I? Yep. Got it. Well, still love Maxi Urruti. Former TFC player for like a month. That's probably selling it a bit too long, tell you the truth. That's honestly probably selling it a bit too long, tell you the truth. Yeah. That was a show, wasn't it? The Maxi Urruti situation, that was a show, wasn't it? Winvo says, what's up, people? Ready to see Austin win? I mean, I have them picked, so what's up, Rory? Ready. Barcelona game was crap, I heard. Well, for y'all. Not for Real Madrid, but for y'all. Drake curse went Drake curse, didn't it? Duncan says Austin's going down. I guess people want to see Real Salt Lake be Cinderellas again. Never give up shirt. That worked well for the Timbers last year. Maybe that's gonna be good luck for Austin. We'll see. I pulled the only green thing out of my closet is what I did. Or the only dark green shirt, I should say. Still love Maxi. So with that being said, match is about to start, of course. Let's make sure this is up to it. Yep, looks like it is. Looks like it's up to it. Of course, this one's just live, so no book today, or at least for this one. Now the Montreal game, yes. But this one's just a live. We got it going. Yep. I have it on ABC. It's just I had to make sure it was timed up equally. DirecTV loves to fall back sometimes. So I just have to make sure. It's better safe than sorry. Q2 Stadium in Austin, Texas. Yep, TSN in Canada. Every MLS playoff game's on TSN. It's a lot easier for y'all. I have to go through like 3 different networks. Y'all just get the same network. No Sportsnet, no CBC, just TSN. So much easier. And then next year, Apple TV. And maybe still a bit of TSN. If they have the linear channels. Austin's out there in numbers, as you would sort of expect. First playoff game for Austin FC, the second place team in the West. A gain of 25 points this season to get to second in the West. What up, Elias? How we doing? Orlando's kicking Montreal's ass later tonight. Orlando's kicking Montreal's ass later tonight. I want to see it. It would bust my bracket, but then again, it was already somewhat busted on the eastern side. And it would also be somewhat busted on the western side, and it would also be somewhat busted on the eastern side if Montreal were to lose, but it would be sort of embarrassing if they lost to Orlando, which I would laugh at. My heart wants Orlando. My brain was like Montreal. With the way they've been playing, Philly, Montreal will be a good Eastern Conference final. I'm really rooting for Philly, but that's the first time I could really see them having problems. Again, Austin FC's 11, Brad Stuver, back four, Nick Lima, Julio Cascante, Ruben Gabrielson, John Gallagher, midfield five, midfield three, Jojan Valencia, Alex Ring, Sebastian Driussi, front three, Ethan Finley, Diego Fagundes, and Maxi Arruti. I'm doing well. I'm doing great. Austin's always going to have numbers. Of course they are. They got a good fan base. Probably one of the best fan bases in MLS, honestly. So I think that helps them, especially at home. Josh Wolff's first playoff appearance as a coach for Austin this year. He won the 1998 MLS Cup with Chicago, which, as a player, didn't Bob Bradley coach that team? I think he did. I think he coached the Fire, then the Metro Stars, then went over to Europe and did what he was doing, or USMNT, then went to Egypt, then went to Swansea, then went to LAFC, then went to Toronto, and Le Havre, the French team. Probably in between, yeah. Point is, after USMNT, he went to Europe. Oh, Patriots are beating the Browns. Nice. Let's go. Bailey Zappi. Nice. Valencia Timbers were linked to him before Austin signed him. Nice. I've heard good things. How's Canadians in Canada feeling about the World Cup in a few weeks? They're excited. Canadians are excited for the World Cup. Ready to see how it goes. I think the whole country's behind the men's national team, I would say. That's my thoughts on it. .208 probably is the kickoff, yeah. Would love to watch this game, but the PSG Marseille game is on. I mean, PSG is obviously going to win that Marseille game. Maybe it's closer than we expect. Maybe. Maybe it is. But your prerogative. Ooh. For Real Salt Lake in goal, they got Zach McMath, the back four, Andrew Brody, Justin Glad, Marcelo Silva, Brian Oviedo. Midfield, Michael Chang, Brian Ojeda, Pablo Ruiz, Jefferson Savarino. Front two, Sergio Cordova and Rubio Rubin. Timbers need a player like Drew C this offseason. Will make our team so much more quality. Yeah, I would agree with that. But here's the thing about the Timbers. Do you replace Blanco or do you have that player next to Blanco? I think next to is the better situation, but But 2020, then that's when Tim Melia saved 3 straight penalties in a penalty shootout against 10 minutes to kickoff. Jesus, ESPN, why do you do this every time? Their kickoffs are always worse. You have a point, or I have a point. But 2020, that year where Tim Melia saved 3 straight penalties in the shootout, 3-0 against San Jose. Kansas City versus San Jose. I remember. I was live for that game, too. That was crazy. That was a crazy game. I was live for that, too. Back when my old phone was still around, I had to do the lives on the computer. But that was a fun one. Best MLS season overall. I mean, I'm partial to 2017. I mean, I would have to be. 2017. 2020, it had its moments. 2020 and 2019 had its moments. 2021, the playoffs were fun. Definitely sucked when TFC was playing. Same as 2022 most of the time. Yeah, 2017 probably. We got a new boy here. Glad you're on the wave, though. Yeah, 2017. Funny how I know IHG sponsors MLS, but it's funny how I went to a Holiday Inn Express 2 months ago, and I just can't escape Holiday Inn Express commercials anymore, or at all. It's like they know Big Brother is watching. Where's my tinfoil hat? It's 2015 or 2020 for me. We both won major trophies, MLS Cup and MLS's back cup. Well, yeah, but what about 2021 and 2018? Like, how's that in your book? Is that like, I mean, I guess that's behind those 2 years. It's probably 2015 and 2020, 1 and 2 in some way, shape, or form, and then, or 2020 and 2015 in some way, shape, or form, then 2021, and then probably 2018, isn't it? Teams are walking out. Here we go. Austin in their black and green stripes. RSL in their white kits. Makes sense. You know what? You could probably wear, like, claret against black and green, though. That's not really a clash. It isn't really. Am I wrong? Best Western has TikTok. It's odd that Holiday Inn and all the others don't. It's true. 2021 was a special year for us too, but it's just behind and 2018. Makes sense. First MLS season was 2013, but didn't fully watch till 2014. Picked it up a couple years before Orlando popped in, didn't you? I had no reason to watch until Toronto popped in. It was World Cup 2006 for me. And then after all that, just waited till the start of 2007, like March-ish. Late March-ish. Yeah, things were pushed back. Love these delayed kickoffs. I would say I hope you're being sarcastic. I love FIFA 05 MLS. Will you be covering other teams in Qatar or just Canada? I'm going to cover a lot besides Canada. All of CONCACAF. Japan, hopefully. Like, I have things written out. Like, I think I'm doing a Senegal match. Like, I'm doing a lot of matches. Like, it's not just CONCACAF. One live, one RSR per day, unless it really matters to where I could do 2 lives at the same time, then 1 review. But not just Canada, not just CONCACAF, but there will be Spain's game. There'll be some Spain games. There'll be some. Wait. I think there will be a Spain game. I know I'm doing a Senegal game. I think I'm doing a Portugal game or 2, Brazil. Just off the top of my head, so a lot. Not even more than CONCACAF. I love FIFA 05 MLS. 2022 is still in the middle of the pack, but we still won a trophy, the Cascadia Cup. I mean, if that counts. MLS in 2000s was great. Baseball needs a penalty kick type event to save us from 18-inning Borefest. After the 12th inning, you have a 3-hitter home run derby. You have 3 hitters come up per team, one after the other. The team who hits the most home runs wins. I know the traditionalists won't like that, but I think that's a pretty smart idea. Eric Hasley, the guy who long shot chipped Casey Keller. I love him. I remember when Eric Hasley played for TFC for like 6 months. Danny Cooperman's tore his ACL. We need to get somebody to play striker, Eric Hasley. But he played for Vancouver before that. Love him. What time is it in Canada when the games start? An hour earlier before. Well, depending on what time zone you're asking about. There is a central time zone up there, but in Toronto, the games start an hour earlier. Well, on paper, an hour earlier. Or wait. No, an hour earlier is Mountain Time. Jesus. I'm scrambled like an egg. My brain is scrambled like an egg for some reason. I didn't even get hit. An hour later. So, like, Eastern time be like, if it's 2:16 right now, it'd be 3:16. So the 7 a.m. games are 8 a.m. games. The 10 a.m. games are 11 a.m. games. The 1 p.m. games are 2 p.m. games, and so on and so forth type of stuff. Yeah, I know. 2014 and 2022 on the same level for the Timbers. Not a bad choice. I don't think there's any 5. Is it 2 p.m. games or 5 a.m. games? Because, yeah, I ain't doing no 5 a.m. games. Again, they're showing the lineups. I'm not going over them a third time. Already went through them twice. A Black-Red Timbers kit, sponsor kit needs to happen. 3 p.m. Qatar time is the first games. I should know that conversion offhand, but I just use MLS's website because they have all the games on the MLS schedule, MLSsoccer.com schedule. So it's already on the right time for me. I ain't got to do math, which is the one thing I suck at more than anything. MLS already did the work for me. Thank you. Whoever had that idea. I don't think it was Garbertron, but it probably was somebody else. Thank you. Whoever's idea that was. I'm in debt to you. Save me from doing 3 hours of math and probably being wrong. And here we go. Austin kicks it off, and they're going for it already. Driussi gets just blocked away from that ball. Yeah, I could see it. That'd be very interesting. A Timbers red and black kit like the Germany red and black kit. Yeah, that'd be awesome. 22 seconds in. Here we go. 0-0. 0-0. Because I think there's a good Spanish-speaking contingent of both fan bases. We'll do that. At least Austin. But RSL may as well. Plays for... Oh, not great. Thoughts on Mbappe? Petulant child. 2 words. Mbappe's a petulant child. There we go. Mbappe is a punk. He's a petulant child. He's not even playing well right now. He signs a freaking contract extension with PSG, making him the god emperor of the team, and now he wants to go to Madrid. I don't even want Mbappe at Madrid. Save, past the post. Will be a goal kick for Stuver. Two minutes in. You know what I think? I think the worst thing that could have happened to Mbappe was the fact he's a World Cup champion. That made him so egotistical. Because Mbappe was cool. Even going into 2019, he was cool. But ever since then, like going near the Euros and all that last year, he just started becoming completely egotistical, Mbappe. I guess success very young would do that to you, so... Here comes RSL. They'll be cleared away. Or at least they tried. RSL's all over Austin right now. Mbappe has a younger brother. Ethan, where does he play? See, that's exactly why he probably won't copy him. Goal for RSL. Ball crossed in. Header. Goal. Sergio Cordova. Goal. 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 RSL. 1-0. Well, I mean, RSL was already on there. RSL was all over Austin for 2 minutes, so I'm not shocked. I'm sort of shocked, but, you know. I got Philly. I don't think this result. What is with RSL and being Cinderellas in the playoffs? What is with them? all over Austin. Austin don't even look ready for this game. PSG Academy. Okay. Well, that's why. And Austin have kicked off again in the 4th minute. Sergio Cordova. Goal. He's a good player. I can't question that. The MLS playoffs where anything can happen. Anything and everything can happen. Here we are. Let's get back to where we were. All right. Okay. That's what Winvo wanted me to read. Worst player at MLS besides any TFC player. Well, here's the good part. Omar Gonzalez plays for New England Revolution. So you know what? Omar. Concrete feet. 3rd minute, Sergio Cordova. Andrew Brody gets the assist. So yeah, Omar. Loophole. And I'm going to use it. Omar. Loophole. And I'll use it. Omar. Who wins the West? I had Austin winning the West, but it looks like they're not even ready to play this game. So whoever wins the LA Galaxy LAFC match at this point. Dallas versus RSL. You could say Dallas is in the Western Conference Final, but I still like LAFC or LA Galaxy over the RFC Dallas. So as it stands right now, if Austin gets through, we'll recalculate there. I had Austin going through at the start of the going to the MLS Cup Final at the start of the playoffs. That'll be a goal kick for McMath, but right now, as it stands, whoever gets out of that LAFC LA Galaxy match, if this stands, if Austin comes back, you know. I literally chose Nashville, but who's winning the West? But seriously, not everyone chose Austin. I would have said Altidore, but he didn't start versus Guadalajara in that game when Puebla sucked versus America. Last game was 6-1, but Altidore's playing in Liga MX. So technically, he's not an MLS player right now. Yes, he's on loan, but he was on loan to a Liga MX side. He's playing for them. He was playing for them. Driussi, that's a foul. Yep, that's a free kick. Come on, 7th minute. How in the hell are the Bengals losing to the Saints? Lol. Austin goalkeeper pulled a Bono. Last one was 5-1 yesterday. Yep. America ripped Puebla apart. Both legs. I was watching Mississippi State versus Kentucky, though, which was a waste of my time. And I will never see Mississippi State play again in Lexington, Kentucky, because they're going to lose. Every 2 years, that Kentucky game will be a waste of my time. I won't believe they could win in Lexington, Kentucky until they actually win. I feel you there. On the sad part, I feel you there. Free kick. Looks like Fagundes is going to take it. Yeah, that was a bad idea. This isn't 2013. What are you doing? I got Tigres winning Liga MX. I could see it. Yeah. UNC won on a last chance pass. Well, that sucks for you, but I had it worse. Mississippi State season ended like what is it? A blunt knife, an unsharpened knife being ripped out of your back, second by second. And it hurts like a bitch. That whole game was torture. And guess what? I know where Mississippi State's going. A bowl that don't even matter. They'll still be bowl eligible because Auburn sucks ass. East Tennessee, State's at least going to win 7 games. We'll see what happens with the Georgia, Alabama, and Ole Miss games. 9 games is probably a miracle. Point is, I ain't getting no damn break in between seasons. Thank you, Mike Leach. World Cup ends the 18th. Christmas break's only like 5 days this year, if there even is one. Yeah, good for Georgia. It was Vandy. They had to. It was supposed to happen. 10th minute. 1-0 RSL. I wasn't. But let me tell you what else that means. I'm not doing the Bama game on this channel. No way. Or Georgia, for that matter. I'll still talk about the Egg Bowl. Anything else, though. And if somehow everybody else blows the SEC West and we somehow still go to the SEC Championship, then I'll talk about that. Not going to happen. Bama has to lose 2. Ole Miss has to lose 2. State has to win out. We'll find out. Ball crossed in, header cleared. Good for Tennessee. I was happy for that at least. I love them games. I'm watching them. I'll probably cool down enough to watch them. This is true, but I also know Alabama versus Mississippi State does not matter this year. If State won and Bama did lose, but if State won and they were both 6-1, it would have mattered. Then it would have done numbers either way. Even if I get angry, what's the point? The season's already over. It's honestly just forcing it. After losing to Bama, people be like, are you an idiot? It's Bama versus Mississippi State. You've lost 14 straight years, or going on 15. They were angry and lost to Tennessee. What'd you expect? PK for RSL on VAR. What? How far behind am I? Doing that freaking... I'll deal with that. There we go. Now I'm on full. Right time. There we go. Yep, he's at the... Yep, there we go. PK. Who I got winning the Champions League? Yep, handball. Oh, that missed his hand. It looked like it bounced right down before it touched his hand. Let me see. Oh, nope, shoulder. You know, I could take it or leave it. I could take it or leave it. Let's see what he gives. Penalty. Oh. Champions League winners. Man City. I have a feeling it finally happens. Man City. Yeah. Penalty for VAR. 13-minute VAR. Penalty. There's ABC channel. Yep. So we got a penalty for RSL. They could double their lead. Holy shit. What's with RSL and this freaking crazy playoff? Austin, 14 minutes in, are at a dangerous spot. A dangerous, dangerous spot. I'm nervous about later tonight. Oh, shit. If my bracket's already going to be busted because I had Austin going to the cup. Oh, boy. Yeah, hopefully you do win. Sergio Cordova again. Could he get his second goal of the game off this penalty? You know what? Team Chaos. My bracket's already busted. Team Chaos. And here we go. Cordova. I'm a little bit behind. Cordova. Goal! 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 De RSL! Goal! Real Salt Lake! Goal! Sergio Cordova! 2-0, 2-0. And they put it low and to the left. And that's 2-0. I mean, you gotta be proud. I mean, I don't know if proud's the word, but you gotta be impressed. And Stuver went the wrong way. This bracket is about to be busted. Team Chaos, aka Montreal. I hope you get stomped out. I always hoped you got stomped out tonight, but I was hoping, things would stay more intact besides the Nashville thing. My conference final's gone on the West. Yeah, so paper pot, Montreal. I hope you get slapped. As you probably won't until the Eastern Conference Final, but I hope you get slapped. I want to laugh. Paper pop. I put Nashville as champ. Oh. And there's a foul. There's a yellow card. This game's a freaking hatchet game. Was it Rubio Rubin? 17th minute. Oh, no, I give credit to Pablo Mastroeni. I do. I give credit where credit's due. He's a damn good coach. He's probably the best coach RSL have honestly. No, Freddie Juarez. No. Pablo's better. Like, I've never seen a coach quit to become an assistant coach. That shows you how much they knew about their abilities. Yep. Freddie knew about his abilities. Yep, Pablo's a better coach. Alex Ring. Cleared out with a header. Pablo Mastroeni. Good coach. And he somehow still drew to the TFC youth earlier in the year. Team Chaos. Yeah, exactly. At this point. Let me see some fun things at this point. Team Chaos. But then again, I don't really think I have to ask. If you're always Team Chaos in the MLS Cup playoffs, you're probably winning because let's be honest. MLS Cup playoffs are full of chaos. Ball crossed in. Cleared away off the header. First RSL brace by any player this year. Interesting. My bracket was already busted after yesterday. I had the Red Bulls in Nashville winning, and I picked Austin in this game. Hey, if it's, well, that's worse than me. 0-3. It can always be worse. 19th minute. I know platitudes, but Klopp today got so pissed he verbally assaulted a ref. I can see it. All right, I'm not shocked. Western Conference is too unpredictable without Cascadia teams. Yeah. There's no Cascadia teams. Who's going to MLS Cup? I don't know. There's no Cascadia teams. It feels weird. HJU is on cloud 9 right now. Hopefully it doesn't go off the rails. Genuine question. Why does MLS games start late? If it says 2 p.m. Eastern, it starts 2:20. Because MLS loves to have their pregame show built into their coverage because they normally don't get a pregame show on regular TV before the game. Also, the fact they need to still do their procession and walk the players out and all that, it's just a show that takes too long. But hey, when they get to Apple TV, maybe we're a little bit more chip chop on time, right? We'll find out though. Told you guys when I was right, when I chose RSL, I remembered since SKC in Seattle. Hey, good pick. Congrats, HJU. MLS, they could easily lose that lead just as quick as they got it. Let's wait till about the 70th minute before we start throwing around congratulations. And that's like really, that's still pretty early. Real Madrid upsets Barcelona 3-1. Lovely. And Liverpool beat Man City 1-0. Yep. And it looks like they may have just given away another. Nope, they don't get that. They don't get that protest on the handball there, but it almost seemed like Austin gave away another. HJU says, thank you, Rory. I respect Portland Timbers. I think we all do. Austin can still make a crazy comeback. We'll see. Right to McMath. I heard Pulisic wants a new nickname. What? What should it be? Fraud? I don't know why you chose Austin when you watched that. Because I thought RSL couldn't keep the magic going. I didn't expect RSL to somehow do the freaking Cinderella thing again. I thought Austin was better than this, but they're honestly not even playing up to what Austin has been playing like. They don't even look like they were ready to play today. I did not account for that at all. I did not account for Austin not being ready to play. Lima, and that's blocked away. Ring. Oh. Looks like that'll be a free kick the other way. Yep. Defensively, 23rd minute. Austin, it's their first playoff. I guess when you have a miraculous growth moment the next season after your expansion season, it's going to come down crashing somewhere. And here's where it comes crashing down. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. Don't know why I did that. MLS on Apple TV is going to be great and all, but does that mean no sports channels have MLS games anymore? In America and Canada, it sounds like there will still be a linear deal for like simulcasting, but they'll both be casted on Apple TV, and if it's ESPN or Fox, they'll be simulcasted on there, and TSN in Canada. But they will still all be on Apple TV. Internationally, I couldn't tell you. They're barely far enough along on the American and Canadian domestic linear deals, so I couldn't tell you about internationally. So Apple TV is probably your best bet internationally besides streaming, as in like He's Golf Fought Mob, Buff Stream type stuff, probably. Somebody get that bot. Welcome to Opposite Day. Got it. I chose RSL for this, but it doesn't really matter if your chosen MLS champ is out. You may still have a chance to claw back in if you only like miss one thing. Well, no, that's like missing 3 games. Yeah, chosen MLS champ. Yeah, that's a complete bust. Nashville, on the other hand, I still could have crawled back in slightly, at least to the gift card prizes. Well, that is what it is, ain't it? I should have put money on RSL. Damn, we all should have. Next time RSL's in the playoffs. I need to make some sort of mathematical objective model that predicts these games. See if I agree. And see if I could clean out Vegas as well. Sort of like what Josh Pate does with college football. Self-score, yes. Argentina choke again in this World Cup? I don't think it's going to be a bad choke, but they could choke. But Argentina's going to go deep. They're going to do very good. I don't see them choking. Or like a super big choke, you know? Austin, nope. I'm going to test your football knowledge. Who's the first player from Mozambique to appear in Champions League? He won the league title with Jonathan David. Oh. Could have been Ghent. Could have been Lille. No, he didn't win a league title with Ghent. It was Lille. Son of a... See, the problem here is I know who played with Jonathan David. It's that I didn't know their nationalities besides Tim Weah's. Yeah, I got to pass. I got to pass. The only nationalities I know on Lille are Tim Weah's, Jonathan David's, of course, and there's a Portuguese player. Center back. The name is slipping me right now. Free kick for RSL, 28th minute. USMNT going out early too. Now I can see that. So I got to pass there. Ojeda, that fool played good. My starting goalkeeper for FIFA Ultimate Team is Courtois. That ain't a bad pick, though. Ojeda's a big player from RSL, came from the EFL Championship. I'm scared for the US-17 in the World Cup. You should be. Ronaldo Mondavo, who currently plays for Atletico Madrid. Yeah, that name does ring a bell, now that you say it. I just didn't know he was from Mozambique. The name rings a bell, now that you say it. As I said, It was the Mozambique thing that threw me. So I believe I'll get FIFA 22, but not soon. I'll get it for Christmas. In any World Cup, I go for CONCACAF and CONMEBOL. Me, CONCACAF and Japan and Italy, if Italy makes it. But Italy hasn't made it for 2 straight World Cups, so CONCACAF and Japan. Headed away by Alex Ring. USMNT ain't ready yet. You saw Japan beat them 2-0 and Saudi Arabia tied 0-0. Yep. And I love that Japan result. I loved that Japan result. Made me realize that maybe they could get out of that group of death with Spain, Germany, and Costa Rica. Should be a very interesting group. Ganbare, Japan. Ganbare. Means good luck. And your 5-second Japanese lesson for the day. Ganbare means good luck. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your attention. Jefferson Savarino was on the Timbers' radar last offseason. He's a player we want in the future. That could be a hard deal to swing now that he's in MLS, but we'll see. Every 12 votes for RSLs and Silva scored. There's 334, and Austin has 850. Ooh. Oh, people did not see this coming. Nobody did. CONCACAF, Japan, and Morocco for me. Nice. So instead of Italy, it's Morocco for you. Makes sense. Lima plays forward. Finley. 35 consecutive sellouts for Austin. Longest active MLS streak. Do you think Drake cursed Barca in El Clasico? If I'm being honest, no, but it's hilarious to play with that. Now, goal! 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 Goal, Austin! Sebastian Driussi with a header. The deficit is halved. It's 1-2. 1-2. But it's fun to play with that narrative about the Drake curse. So it's fun to meme about. But do I seriously think he did? No. But it's fun to play with that narrative and memes. So there you go. What a play. Ball crossed in. Ball crossed in and Driussi with a banger of a header. What a run. Near post. And McMath could do nothing about it. It's the 32nd minute. Got to support anime anyway we can. I think Berhalter would have been fired for the results against Japan and Saudi Arabia. Here's the thing. The USMNT are not going to go there unless he does horrible in the World Cup. Which may be the smart move. What's up with Oso? Is he moving to Europe? He wants to, but he's not going to make his future known until after the World Cup, is what he said. Does that mean he goes somewhere else in MLS? That could be the case. Does he stay with Toronto? That could be the case. Does he go to Europe? That could be the case. He is talking with the Toronto FC front office to sign a new deal. So he is doing that. But I'm a little bit more hopeful that he stays right now. I'm a little bit more hopeful than I was about a week ago. Austin has one back. Yes, they do. Oh, shit. 2-1 goal for Austin. I wonder what Iran, England, and Wales think about the USMNT's results against Japan and Saudi Arabia. They're probably watering at the mouth and licking their lips, but that's probably what they're doing. Driussi, MVP candidate. Home run hit for Austin FC is a signing. Here's the thing. He's an MVP caliber player. But he faded down the stretch. Which is why Hani Mukhtar will be the MVP this year. Who should honestly be the MVP 2 years in a row, but Do you think Hernandez is in the squad for Mexico every match in the World Cup? Tata's not taking Chicharito. Tata's not taking Chicharito. They've already said that. He's not even on the extended 40-man list. He's not going, which is probably one of the stupidest things I've seen, but, you know. What do you think of a second-tier World Cup like Europa League, but for nations who don't make the main World Cup? No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think there should be a second-tier World Cup. This is correct, Dr. Negative. But I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think a second-tier World Cup's a good idea. If you can't make the main tournament, you're basically playing a pity tournament. I don't think that's right. So maybe I'm speaking like a traditionalist, but I think you have to be traditionalist in that view there. So, exactly. Exactly. Somebody get that bot. That's Jackson, not the whole state, just Jackson, the capital. Somebody. What's with these freaking bots? There we go. Here's a corner for Austin, 35th minute. This game's good. Cross in. Clear away. That'll be another corner for Austin. This game's a good game. It's a good game. I'm having fun with this one. Cross in. Plays through. Over the bar. Is that what Chicharito did? It must have been during COVID because that's the only reason. So Chicharito pulled Antonio Brown. That's what he did. Okay. Agree. They did. Well, that would make sense. This game's definitely a very good game. It's fun. That's why there's many bots. That would make sense. It was in 2019, so it was pre-COVID. Okay. Still pulled Antonio Brown though. Pretty much. Imagine TFC wore Drake OVO sponsorship and lost to NYCFC at Yankee Stadium. I mean, they have OVO TFC hoodies. So technically, we were just shit. We're not cursed. We were just shit. That's all. The Falcons are saving our season. The Seahawks still have a season to hope for. What do you think about the Steelers winning 2018 versus the Bucks? Giselle is a witch. Giselle is a witch, and that's why Tom Brady's not playing well. Witch, press her between stones. Steelers beating the Brady bunch. Hey, good for Kenny Pickett. Oh. Maybe he should have stayed retired. I agree with that. Yes. 24 Giants, 20 Ravens. Nice. Beat the Ravens. Ravens, what happened? 39th minute. Brady didn't fly until today. Domestic shit at home. Yep. That we know. That we know. "39th minute. "39th minute. Makes no sense. RSL. The court reporter was still his quill. 40th minute. Did you see yesterday the game between the Astros and Seattle Mariners won 18 innings? Yep. That was crazy. Chiefs will clobber the Bills. Now I got the Bills winning. Wearing my green and black Galaxy jersey in support of Austin. I mean, it's not that much different except a little bit of yellow and white, so not a bad move. The Dodgers let me down. The Dodgers let you down. I mean, the Padres played a good series. Let's just also note that Tony Gwynn is smiling down at the Padres from heaven. So, I'm happy for the Padres. I'm happy for the Padres. Dave Roberts promised us a World Series. That was your first mistake, thinking Dave Roberts was telling the truth. That Dave Roberts knew what he was doing. That was your first mistake. Dave Roberts sold. Hopefully the Yankees get eliminated today. I would love to see it. Go Guardians. Smart. Ethan Finley crossed it in. Save by McMath. Three underdogs possibly, and then the big bad Astros. How crazy is that going to be? Either the Astros just run through the rest of the field or they somehow choke again. Never trusted Kershaw or Kenley Jansen when he was here either. Well, yeah, I don't blame you for not trusting Kenley Jansen. He sucked with the Braves. I can tell you that much. 42nd minute. Kershaw's Choke Shaw. So, yeah, nobody ever trusted Choke Shaw. At least he has a ring, though. A 60-game season ring, but he has a ring nonetheless. 43rd minute. Is a bat flip a disrespectful celebration in baseball? No. But I'm a Blue Jays fan, so of course I'd say no. Jose Bautista made him cool, so I'd say no. Yep, it's not disrespectful. If the Mariners somehow won yesterday, traffic today would be unbearable with a Seahawks game going at the same time. That'd be true. I can't believe the Phillies are a really unbelievable team with a bunch of pitchers that are really good. The Phillies are a good team. And Parcero's probably celebrating big time right now. Agreed. I want... Well, Giving them a 2-goal lead, I'd say, is the first step. Plays through. Phillies finally got their act together and made playoffs and won a round. They won 2 rounds. And honestly, it's not out of the realm possibility they win a third. Oh, boy. They'd probably have to go back to the Rose Bowl for both legs. Or LA Galaxy would have, one of them would have to play their leg in SoFi Stadium, and the other team would have to play their leg in the Rose Bowl, and it would probably sell the whole thing out both times. Jeez. They would probably sell out SoFi Stadium and Rose Bowl 2 weeks in a row. Probably. That'd be my guess. Well, fair enough. Who's the youngest player to play in the Premier League? Another knowledge test. Would that be Ethan Nwaneri? Ethan Nwaneri from Arsenal? Saved by Stuver there. 5 minutes of stoppage time. What? Yep. I have tons of respect for LAFC fans now. They're so chill. Well, if it's El Trafico, that'd be smart. CCL El Trafico. I think it's smart. I mean, Leagues Cup, those games that didn't matter at all. The LA Galaxy versus Chivas game and the America LAFC game, they sold out SoFi. You'd think CCL would. A CCL El Trafico would. Oh, they probably are. 46 minute. Oh, Cordova. Rubin. That's out for a corner. An MLS game is, after all, being put in the Rose Bowl. That should sell out too. So I'm just saying, we've seen the fact that they've sold out. They probably will sell out both with non-CCL games. So you would think, if there's El Trafico, one plays SoFi, one plays Rose Bowl, sell both out 2 weeks in a row. And yes, the level of the round would probably be better. Like if it was a quarterfinal, may sell less. Somebody, I need me a ticket to the Rose Bowl El Trafico. Honestly, I don't blame you at all. There we go. And that's going to go all the way back for McMath. He picks it up. A little bit of shit housing there. $15 minutes of stoppage time to the 50th minute. Yeah. 24 Giants, 20 Ravens. Let's go. Let's go. Yellow card. 48th minute. 2 minutes of stoppage time left. First half. What if it was tied? Justin Glad gets the yellow. What if Austin scores 2 goals to tie it back up? They probably just see who's live and just spam who's live, probably. 30 Patriots, 15 Browns in the fourth quarter. Great. Lovely. Happy with it. Happy with it. Still find a bad choice for LAFC because it's shiny and new and people would actually travel to Inglewood to watch anything. Yeah, I agree with that. Glad back. Cross in. Cleared away. All right. If El Tráfico did happen in CCL next year, would the attendance for both legs be bigger than the Super Bowl and Leagues Cup showcase at SoFi? Both legs, yeah. Yeah, probably. If you add them both together, 50th minute. Nobody would travel to Carson, though. And people would travel to the Rose Bowl. But I think that'd be more out of necessity for seats. But wouldn't it be more fitting if the Galaxy play at Rose Bowl, their home leg, and then LAFC play their home leg at SoFi with the way they're characterized? Oof. 3 and 4, right? Gite is the RSL killer. Halftime, it's 1-2. What do the Red Bulls have to do to win a playoff game? Spend money? Just stop. Move out of New Jersey? Move out of New Jersey? They're cursed. I don't know how you break that curse. Sacrifice a live chicken before the playoff game? I don't know. Joe Boo? Well, they sucked as the Metro Stars, too, so they got to get out of New Jersey. Spend money and get out of New Jersey, or just try to use Joe Boo. If you want to be cheap, bring out a Joe Boo doll. Or sacrifice a live chicken. If you want to spend money, move and spend money. Good. Happy to see that. It's halftime, 1-2. RSL has the lead, but it's 45 minutes, and since RSL gave up that first goal, they've been teetering on the edge. It's honestly been a tale of 2 games in one half already. So we'll see what happens in the second half. Should be very interesting. But we'll take a short break at the half, talk about stats. They can always move to Queens if NYCFC goes with a Bronx site they recently found. Fair enough. Yeah, that would work. I did say move out of Jersey, so gonna have some leftover KFC. Be back in a couple of minutes. See ya in a minute. Couple of minutes. Imagine the Red Bulls move to Staten Island. Now we're walking in Staten. Genuine question. If James Madison was eligible for Canada, how would he do? He probably would be the second best player on the team. Second best. Davies is still better. Eustachio is arguably better, but I'm not going to argue that right now. I still think Eustachio is better than Madison. David, maybe, but he would be arguably the second best player on the team. Davies is still better. More likely third or fourth. But top 4 players on Canada. Let's just say that. His best moment's probably the second, but with that being said, fourth with Eustachio, David, and Davies, probably. City Field, just like NYCFC, use Yankee Stadium. Yeah, it works. So they still have to play at Red Bull sometime. Red Bull Arena sometime. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the stats. Take a short break to talk about the stats. We'll be back. Sit tight. Back for the stats of the half. Back for the stats of the half. Here we go. Here we go. 57% possession to 43% possession. 10 shots to 7. 3 shots on goal to 3. 179 accurate passes, 83%. 127, 76%. 7 fouls to 4. No offside on either side. 2 corners to 2. 215 passes to 167. 83% pass accuracy to 76% pass accuracy. 2 crosses, accurate crosses to 2. 8 throws to 5. 1 yellow to 2. 0 red cards. No red cards on either side. First 10 minutes. First 25 minutes. RSL was better. The second 25, Austin came back into the game. Definitely could have tied it up before the half, but Austin definitely were better later on in that first half. They could hold that positioning. They could definitely win this game. Whether it's through 90 or extra time, they could win this game. Now, the question is, RSL put themselves ahead early and put themselves in a good position. But can Austin get back into it? And it looks like they are, but they got to stay on that front foot that they were on the last 25 minutes of the second half, or the first half, into the second half. So, it's not over yet. But could definitely see where the game's going and what can happen here. I think Austin definitely have a better chance to turn this around in the second half and completely turn this around, not just tie it up, but win late on. And I think they will. But they got to stay on the front foot. They got to stay pressing forward, and they got to play smart. They have to play smart to get the lead, get the draw, then get the lead. But I think they're more likely to win this game where they are now than where they were about 30 minutes ago. So we should see. But we will see. But I like where Austin is standing. If I'm an Austin fan or picked Austin, that's what I should say. All right. Here we go. Let's read some comments before we get on with it. Rumors, CEO of City Football Group, we're very close to announcing where we're going to build a stadium for NYCFC. Soriano says he's hopeful the team will be able to announce an update by the end of 2022. Is this true? I would hope so. I would hope so for NYCFC's sake. Both the Liga MX playoffs and MLS playoffs have been fun and interesting lately. I agree with that. Pasadena's closer to LA than Carson. Tons of clothes that I see. Maybe. It is a good collection, but maybe I'll make a video about collection during the World Cup playoffs break. Playoffs between World Cup and playoffs. Why not? Maybe I will. Will Mbappe leave PSG? We'll see. Be funny if he does. After basically becoming the God Emperor of PSG. Musa Gite is coming on for the second half. Rigoni is also on as well. Pereira. Well, Austin's going for it, that's for sure. I was going to do a World Cup predictions video, but preview all the CONCACAF groups. That's a good idea. Why not? Highlight Heaven said Tom Brady was close to smashing another Microsoft tablet. Second half's about to start. Cruz Azul's eliminated, which sucks. But so far, Toluca's still in it. Hopefully they can advance and win tonight's game. I think they can, especially with Hambriz. Gite has been freed. Imagine a second team. Here we go. RSL kicks off to start the second half, and they kick all the way back to the goalkeeper. Medica's friendlies got me worried. Should be. Emiliano Rigoni on for Ethan Finley. Musa Gite on for Maxi Arruti. Imagine another team in Denver playing at Coors Field, the USL Championship, rival to Colorado Rapids. It would be crazy if they had a USL Championship team playing at Coors Field. Way too big of a stadium. Way too big. But that could be a rival depending on how good they are. Musa Gite for Austin has scored all 4 goals this season off the bench for himself. And he scored a hat trick off the bench. So Dallas got to defeat Minnesota tomorrow. Vamos. I think they will. But MLS playoffs definitely always could go unexpectedly. If they do, I'll definitely review the game wearing a Dak Prescott jersey if Dallas wins. But it's better. Yeah, what I thought, even in a lower league. 46 minute. If people actually in Denver wanted a Denver proper team, maybe the Rapids would have moved there at some point. Plays through. Shot. Oh, over the bar. Rigoni puts it over the bar. Speaking of, what's your prediction for tonight's game between the Cowboys and Eagles? I got the Cowboys winning by 3. 27-24 Cowboys. Cooper Rush doing pretty good in Dak's stead. "48th minute. Kroenke cares too much about real estate, so we're stuck in Commerce City. Oh, so it's Kroenke's fault, okay. Yeah, just blame Stan Kroenke. That always works. It's sad because the Rapids pretty much are in the position the Rams were when they were still in St. Louis, except they'll never get moved, even to Denver proper. I mean, it's fitting that Colorado were honestly Kroenke's best team when the Rams were still in St. Louis, and that was their best era besides last year. Save! What a save by Stuver in the 49th minute. Agreed. If something's in Colorado's broken, blame Kroenke. Or if it's something in St. Louis is broken, blame Kroenke. plays through. That'll be a corner kick. I bet Kroenke had something to do with that problem at Centene Stadium. If there's a problem at the Emirates, blame Kroenke. I'm sure St. Louisans understand, but they still probably hate him more. It's probably close, but I'm sure they at least understand. Cross in. Cleared away. I'd say St. Louisans hate Kroenke more, but we understand how Arsenal fans feel. It's very close. Headed on. And that's a save by McMath. We need all new center backs, central mid, start Priso. Agree with that. Attacking mids, wingers, a striker, maybe another goalie to push Yarbrough. Yeah, honestly, they need to just revamp everything. Would you like a slightly used Io Akinola? Honestly, though, if Io gets traded, he's going to become a star wherever he gets traded, knowing how Toronto acts, or how that goes. So, Io going to the Rapids would actually be very good for you, honestly. And then Jesus and then the DP striker we have to basically replace him will falter for at least a little bit, and we ask why we shot ourselves in the foot. Nice. Sure. With the Leeds incident today with the power failing, was it Kroenke's fault? Maybe. Was Leeds playing Arsenal? 52nd minute. Left back, new left back as well, because Estevez is hot garbage. Weren't you putting him over before the season? What happened? Saved by Stuver. Oh! Rubio Rubin with a little bit of a late tackle. Yarbrough apparently was Mexican in FIFA. I've always seen him as American. Yeah, I thought he was American too. I knew he played for Leon, but more you know. Red for RSL. Rubio Rubin is off. And it just goes from bad to worse. Rubio Rubin off with a straight red. Oh, no, it was a second yellow. It was a second yellow. Makes sense. Yeah, that tackle would have been a little bit too tough for a straight red. Rubin got second yellow. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. After Stuver picks up the ball. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, that was late. That's definitely a yellow. So, yeah, second yellow. RSL's down to 10. Womp. The trailing leg of Stuver got taken out by Rubio Rubin. What would it take to have urinating trees say NYCFC have Alejandro Pozuelo in their heads rent-free? That would be getting a hat trick scored on you in the most bizarre of ways. Probably. But again, urinating tree does not care about MLS, so that would be a hard situation. RSL's playing with 10 men. Rubio Rubin's down and out. It's about 63, 73, 83, about 35 minutes of Austin being up a man. They need to come back here. And they've been very good at the start of the second half. So the situation is they got to score 2 goals in about 30 plus minutes up a man. I think it could be done. Get shit on RSL. The Rocky Mountain Cup rivals. Banter there. Please not my bracket challenges. Hold RSL. Punched away by McMath. So is Chiseled seen urinating tree on stream or IRL? I mean, I would guess. crossed in off the corner. Why wouldn't you? Here's the question, though. If you're up a man, why wouldn't you set up a mismatch off a corner in the box? I mean, yeah, all 10 guys are in the box. The 11th player is kicking the corner, but that is true. 55th minute. Do you think Saudi Arabia could upset Mexico and Poland? Knowing the way Poland is, maybe. Maybe. Mexico, though? No. RSL got to win this. Come on, says Soccer Guy. I got Austin winning in the bracket, so this game's good so far, though. It's had a lot of twists and turns. Save. France out in the group stages. I can see it. Rubio Rubin was born in your suburb in Portland. Why did I say Poland? Portland. I took the walk to Poland. Header. Past the post. L. It's 6. 1-1. Counting here. It's 3-3. Rigoni's got to put that away. I agree with that. 57th minute. Yep. Tempe's 3-3, which isn't too bad, but not as good as I expected. Used to play in Serie A. Do you reckon how do you reckon Costa Rica will do after Navas' era ends? Not as good as they are now, I can tell you that much. 58th minute. They'll probably drop off a bit unless Benet and Contreras, unless the offense really starts carrying, they're going to fall back. So, yeah. When's the Club World Cup? Probably February. Maybe that's why the Champions League was pushed back a little bit. Probably late January, early February. Or mid-February to the end. When will the viewership for the USMNT England match be bigger than the Super Bowl? If you add both, maybe. In America, no. It is on Black Friday, though. So you can come home from getting trampled over at Target and then watch England versus USMNT. I'd honestly rather just watch England USMNT. Just go surfing on Amazon and leave it on in the background at the very least. Putting yourself in that position to go to the store on Black Friday now is absolutely stupid. Now that you could just go to Amazon and buy everything off the internet. Fagundes plays it into, it's caught by McMath or Walmart. I just use Target as an example. I don't think anybody, I mean, I guess you could, but Target seems a lot more like high middle class as to where you could find a lot of stuff. Like Target just has everything. So I would say it should be that way. But there's still people who are going to Be like, I need to go to Target or the mall. I mean, I like going to malls just to go to malls, but I ain't doing it on Black Friday. I can tell you that much. '60th minute. Going to be 2 substitutions here for RSL. Cordova is off. 60th minute, and Michael Chang is off. I think Joel Campbell of Costa Rica is also Jamaican. I didn't know that he had Jamaican heritage. No, I don't ever do Christmas photos or Christmas cards. Nick Beasler for Michael Chang. Never have. So, I don't think I'd start now. Do you think Jamaica will qualify for the next World Cup, the United World Cup? Yes. Yes. France out in group stages also agreed with that. Austin going forward. Fagundes crosses in, headed away. When I watch a bunch of friendlies, how the Iran friendly, they're really good at this. They're good World Cup group stage. I think Iran could definitely, Loffelsen was the one who came in for Cordova, yes. 61st minute. But Iran, they definitely could have a fight. I don't know if they'll do very well points-wise, but they'll show fight in all of their games, which sort of is something you have to really look for at a World Cup, honestly, with the way it works. So, the Cleveland Guardians money line is plus 140. Hammer it? Maybe. Cross. Got to clear. No penalty. 62nd minute. Exactly. I agree with that. Walmart half mile from our house. Everybody probably has a Walmart half mile from their house. Thanks, Sam Walton, for that. Shot. Punched away. And cleared. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, the number will be huge. I just don't think it'll be Super Bowl huge. Nice. Speaking of malls, my mall, Northgate Mall in Durham, North Carolina, was supposed to be destroyed last year, but it sits sad and empty. So pretty much just like the Jamestown Mall in West County, somewhere in St. Louis. Look up Jamestown Mall. There's a good Dead Malls video on that. Hell, there's a good Dead Malls video on like 5 of them in the St. Louis area. The St. Louis Mills, Jamestown, Alton, the Alton Square Mall, Cross In, Alex Ring, cleared away. Those videos are also very interesting. Chesterfield Mall. Header over the bar by Driussi. A lot of Jamaicans in the 1940s moved to Panama or Costa Rica for work and started families. Nice. 2 Walmarts a half mile from your house. Nice. And 1/4 mile. Driussi almost. Washington Square Mall is 1.8 miles from your house. Nice. Best Buy is cheap. I've seen a mall that has dead tenants and still has foot traffic. Sometimes you just have mall walkers. Right now, yes, they are. Zan Kolmanich on for John Gallagher. I have a mall 20 minutes from me in Lone Tree. Look up Park Meadows Mall. It's so not your average mall, and it looks nice. If I'm ever in Denver, I'll check that out. Or in the area. MLS bias asses, of course, probably wanting Austin to win. Oh, yeah, you're a Dallas fan. Yeah, yep. I don't think it's biased. I just think that tackle was a yellow card tackle, which was a second yellow card, which sends you off. I don't think that's biased. If it was a straight red, I would say, yeah, you may be right. But hey, you have the chance to beat Austin in this conference semis if you beat Minnesota. And if you don't get there, well, you deserve the banter. Huge opportunity for Austin. Best Buys of Planet Fitness. What, it changed to a Planet Fitness? Will Bale still play football for a little while longer after the World Cup? I agree with that. Yeah, he probably will. It just seems MLS supports any team in green. Well, Portland and Seattle be in the playoffs then, if that was the case. Honestly, over the past couple of years, I would agree with that. Not talking about the play, I'm just saying in general, MLS is biased with some of the teams for the last few years. They're always biased. I agree with that. But if you can't capitalize, if you're as talented as you say you are and you can't capitalize, if you can't capitalize on the situation, it is what it is. Bale's taking over Giggs as a Welsh legend. I agree with that. 66-minute Austin going forward. Bronx Terminal Market is near and 1.8 miles to drive and 0.8 miles to walk in New York. Nice. Now we're just talking about local malls, I guess. Be a corner. Corner? Yep, corner for Austin. 11 goals from corners this season from Austin. That leads MLS. Rigoni plays it through, and that's a save. Should be easy, though. They're really letting McMath just make easy saves and catches. 67th minute. Time's running out. '67th minute, still 1-2. 1-0. Ian Rush could still be the best Welsh player ever. Definitely, a lot of people would have to be looking that through. Austin playing forward. '69th minute. So you know what? I think this answers your question. Forge. I've done CONCACAF League streams of them. I do watch the CPO. There's your answer. Also, did Pacific CONCACAF League streams as well when they were in, so Maybe the CPL playoffs were better games. I'm sure more people are looking for MLS playoffs. Do I like it that way? Maybe not. Cross in Boston. Alex Ring. Shot punched away. Need to buy an African nation jersey. Maybe at some point. Should buy a Nigeria jersey. Or at least the 2018 throwback. Corner for Austin still. Senegal got a nice jersey. Cross in. Pereira. Let's go back to football because, damn it, that's football. Cross in. '71st minute. Austin still trying to find that goal. At least the first one, if not the second. Or their first and their second and third. 72nd minute. About 18 minutes plus stoppage time to score, which is possible to score 2 goals. Ian Rush, 254 goals in English football is more than Gareth Bale in elite football. Rush for 28 for Wales and Bale for 40. Wouldn't that mean you're a better player for your country, though, if you scored more goals for your country? Like, I'm not good at math, but isn't that basic math? Like, I can add, and I can subtract, and I can read numbers. It doesn't take calculus. I mean, goal scoring is probably at a higher rate nowadays. I could say that. But maybe it's because goal scoring is at a higher rate nowadays. Maybe that's the situation. Maybe 28 goals back in Ian Rush's day is 40 goals nowadays. Maybe it is. Maybe there is some sort of mathematical formula to it. Brian Oviedo's out for Tate Schmidt. Bodie Hidalgo is in for Jefferson Savarino. Fagundes. Rigoni gets to the ball. Great cross through. That should have been a good chance. Back in Pele's times, goals just happen when he said it happens. Header past the post. Goal kick. Today they play more international games. I have to look at many games, how many games they played for Wales. So goals per game, fair enough. Do you ever collect any Premier League jerseys? Yes, times. It's a good day. Austin killing their drafts. They're honestly scuffing everything up their way, yeah. They're getting great chances, but they can't do nothing with them. Seems like another team in the other version of football. That's out for a throw-in for Austin, yes. 75th minute. They have momentum and decide to back pass. Sounds like TFC for a while there. Doing good, Diego. How we doing? How we doing? How are you now? Cross in. Plays through. Oh. That wasn't too bad, but the header by Gite. Be a Liverpool fan in the 70s and changed to Spurs in 81 with Ricky Villa and our deals. Ooh. Fair enough. Western Conference semis. The winner of this match faces Dallas or Minnesota. Whoever wins tomorrow night. The second match tomorrow night. Plays forward. Shot through. Nothing there. Austin. They have the forward play. They have the momentum. Goals-wise, though, well, they ain't found that yet. Plays back. 77th minute. 1981 FA Cup final was the best ever. Watch it on YouTube. Man City versus Spurs. Probably put it up there during, as in they probably put it on YouTube during COVID, the full thing. Yeah, why not? Yep, Ottawa 2-0 aggregate against Pacific, 1-1 tie between Forge and Calvary, with Forge having the away goals. Playing in Tim Hortons Field next week. Yes. And if it worked out to where I could cover at least the Forge game, that would be great. Especially with people mad that I didn't cover the CPL playoffs. It's called would I like to? Yes. Views-wise, though, I know where my bread is buttered. Sometimes it's not about what you want. It's about what's the smartest move. "1976 Soccer Bowl was great when Toronto Metro's Croatia won." If they had that on YouTube, I'd watch that too. What's your favorite baseball cap? Ooh. See, honestly, maybe the white front Blue Jays hat. One of those white front Blue Jays hats. One of them. I just like that look. Think Toluca and Tigres will make upset against Pachuca and Santos Laguna. Tigres will win their tie. Toluca, I could see them winning their tie, but I wouldn't put my money behind it. But I see Tigres going through. Austin with 10 minutes to save their season. "79th minute. Baseball has better logos than the NFL." Yeah, I would agree with that. I do have a Baltimore Orioles hat just because I liked the cartoon Oriole. I do collect hats. Really did a lot. Early 2010s was some good times, but still working on it. But that cartoon oral, I'll admit, that's a cool hat. Miami Marlins orange hat, have one of those because the Miami Marlins early 2010s look was pretty cool. They should have kept it, honestly. Derek Jeter made them bland again. Of course he did. Because Derek Jeter is honestly a bland soul. Now he's gone. Just go completely teal, Marlins. Honestly, teal, black, and orange would be the perfect color scheme for the Marlins. I guess teal, black, white, and orange, but which I think there was a bit of teal in that 2012 set. Anaheim Angels. 2 have the Milwaukee Brewers ball and glove hat and the Wheat M hat. Or the original ball and glove. Like the 1982 version. Not the current, but current isn't too bad either. 81st minute. A lot of Blue Jays hats. Atlanta Braves, 2 Mets hats, 2 Cardinals. Actually, no, 4 Cardinals. Huh? Felipe Martins is on for Alex Ring. Must be a late notification. That's happened before, actually. Must be a late notification. '82nd minute. I'll check though. Pereira. I would guess late notification though. Headed away. English football clubs didn't use logos on their shirts in the 60s. They just used their colors. Yep. I remember that Man United shirt, the blank red shirt with a big white collar. That's actually cool. I like it. I like that. I don't like the Raiders, but they have one of the best franchise logos in U.S. pro sports. Honestly, I would agree with that. And the color scheme. Caldwell coming on for RSL in the 82nd minute. I do love the Raiders color scheme and logo. I really do. Anaheim Mighty Ducks logo. Like the actual Anaheim Mighty Ducks or now is the Anaheim Ducks? Which one? Mighty Ducks, I agree. Just Anaheim Ducks, though. Pablo Ruiz off for Scott Caldwell in the 83rd minute. Mighty Ducks 90s. Yeah, that's the good logo. The original one from the movies. Yep, that's the good logo. Just like how the Anaheim Angels 90s Disney logo was better than what they have now. Should the LA Kings keep Raiders colors or change to Lakers colors? I think LA Kings look better with the Raiders colors. I just love silver and black as a color scheme, even for the Kings. I think they should keep it. And hell, they won like 2 Stanley Cups with it, so I think they should keep it, just in that case as well. But hey, throw some purple in there too. You put purple with silver and black, I think that's actually an even better color scheme. I'm just saying. Like, purple is a tertiary color, like in the silver and black. Yeah. That's actually a dub. That's actually... Almost got taken out again. Forge. I'm sticking with Forge. I miss the old Lightning logo. Yeah. Honestly, that was better. Vancouver Grizzlies jerseys and colors were awesome. I agree with that. Well, if you add the purple into the silver and black logo, well, there you go. That's out for a goal kick for McMath. Austin still hasn't found a goal while up a man for about 30-something minutes. Yeah, I agree with that. Foul, free kick for Austin. Yeah, I agree with that. I also agree with that. They put Julio Cascante to striker. See if that works. At least to save the season to extra time. Four minutes plus stoppage time. Bad giveaway there. LA's current jerseys are outdated. Best English right back right now. That's Al Hali. 87th minute. Cross in. Header down, past the post. Favorite crest is Hajduk Split on the coast of Croatia. It's plastered everywhere, graffiti of it all over. It's a religion there. Yep, they do have a nice crest, and that's pretty cool. So, Hank Aaron's Atlanta Brave, Hank Aaron era Atlanta Braves jerseys were dope as well. Oh, I agree. I agree. I wish they wore them as a throwback at least once a week. Yep. Toronto Arrows, yep. Like the lowercase neon A. Cross in. Header. Rigoni. Still on with another cross. 88th minute. 2 minutes plus stoppage time. Anything that Austin scores is probably going to send them to extra time. Can they keep their season alive? Headed away. Didn't RSL pretty well defend down a man against Outlaws? I think they did. So, yeah, that game did give them some good practice, didn't it? Rigoni plays through, tried to get it to Gite. Wasn't enough there. Goal kick, 89th minute. Yep. That Montreal could be less depending on what happens here. 89th minute. He also, yep, he could have. That's why they're Cinderella teams. Yep. This is true. '90th minute. Can Austin find one goal to keep their season alive for at least another 30 minutes. There should be 2 legs on the MLS playoffs. I think it's too harsh to make a team's entire season go to waste because they had a bad game. I understand the situation, but it's just the way the calendar is. It has to be a 1-leg game. Unless you want the playoffs to go for like 3 months. There's a reason they changed, and it's not just because of the World Cup being in Qatar. They're trying to get ready for that. I think it's more because 90th minute, they just have to get this out of the way. The longer the playoffs go, the lower the ratings get. I understand why it's a single leg playoff. It may not be the best situation, but countless crosses not working when you need a goal. Yeah, honestly, now just say it. Yep, this is definitely the same. Definitely the same situation. The U.S. is too big to have 2 legs. I don't think that's exactly the point in the situation. I think it's more the fact that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, they've used all 5 of their subs. So if Justin Glad is hurt, they're down to 9. They're down 9 for 6 minutes. At some point, it's got to go their way. And Justin Glad is off the pitch right now for a throw-in while down 2-9 for seconds. There's no K doing nothing but flopping. Yep. I can see why you were so mad. So flustered because K loved flopping in Toronto while he was playing. So, yep. He didn't even have performances where he could have been a Rigoni blocked away. Handball penalty! Handball penalty for Austin! Penalty for Austin! Penalty! Handball! Off the Rigoni shot. Off the Rigoni shot. It's a handball. Austin needs to convert. Austin needs to convert. Gabrielson needs to get up. Let's see if that handball there, off the elbow there, and a handball there, that could penalty to Austin. Handball on the Rigoni shot, but a handball off the elbow as well, off the header. Rigoni takes a shot and into the hand of Schmidt. And it's a penalty. And Driussi will take it to have a brace the other way. Driussi versus McMath in the 93rd minute. And they're going to give it, it looks like. No question, it's given. They are giving it. It is here. No VAR. It is for Driussi. It is a penalty. They didn't check it. Driussi to start his run up. And here we go. Short run up shot. Goal. 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 Austin FC. Sebastian Driussi keeps their season alive with 3 minutes to go. 2-2. 2-2. Austin is at least going to extra time. Up a man. Extra time. Extra time. 6 minutes at a time. Handball call. MLS is doing anything they can get these green assholes to win. What the fuck? I mean, there was an elbow during the header, and then the ball went straight into Schmidt's hand. You could call either of those. So it's not wrong they called a handball. 6 minutes at a time, I kind of didn't expect to see that. But even if it was 4, that handball would have still counted and still been a penalty. So in the end, I think you're going a bit. You're trying to pull this a bit too far. A bit. Goal for Austin. And straight to extra time, though. Goal, lol. NASL used to play 2 games, and if each team won a game, they would play a 30-minute mini game after game 2. Sometimes you'd have 2 shootouts in one night. Okay, that's interesting. The whole 6+ already, I was like, come on now. Not going to lie, I didn't pay attention to the play. Okay. Fair enough. But if you saw there was an actual... Let's see if Austin can win it late. Shot, save. Nope, extra time probably. RSL's playing their asses off, though. I got to admit, RSL's playing their asses off. The fact they're in this position is just, again, mind-boggling, just like last year. I got to give them props. They're playing their asses off. When it matters, they play their best. It always seems like when RSL is at their biggest moments, they play their best. I have to admit that. Extra time, TSN screwed up with the score. Not surprised. Who's calling the game on TSN, though? Is it Wildman and Caldwell? Or are they just using the 12-man champion audio track? Plays forward. Oh, I just realized. '97th minute. Austin. Komanic. Fagundes. Gite. Horrible pass. 97th minute. Well, that would be nice. Throw in for Komanic. They're going to let Austin have this run here. 98th minute. 98th minute. Hold on. Plays through. Cross. Gite. Cleared. And it's full time, but we're going to extra time. 2-2. 2-2. We're going to extra time. Extra time in Austin, Texas. 30 minutes, no matter what. No golden goal. We have 30 minutes, 15 and 15. And if it's still tied, we go to penalties. But take a short break. Be back. Guess we'll talk about the stats at the end of the game. End of extra, regular time. See what we do. Sit tight. We're back for the stats at full time. There we go. Stats at full time. What do we got? 25 shots to 10. 65% possession to 35% possession, as it should be, honestly, when it comes to the fact Austin was up a man for 35 minutes. 8 shots on target to 4. 485 passes to 275 passes. 87% pass accuracy to 72% pass accuracy. 22 throws to 8. 5 tackles, 1 to 4. 5 blocks to 4. 6 clearances to 36. 2 keeper staves to 6. 1 yellow card to 2. No red cards to 1. 9 fouls to 10. 3 offside to 0. And 9 corners to 2. Austin, of course, has held the run of play for pretty much the whole second half and basically got lucky with a penalty late, or given a penalty late, which put them into an equal position to get them to extra time, but they covered the penalty or scored the penalty. So there you go. But they've been basically holding the run of play for a half, the second half and half of the first half. So the fact they just got back tied, let's be honest, that's a little bit sad, frankly. They should have won this in 90, but at least they're going to extra time. But at this point, if they go to penalties and lose, all they have is themselves to blame, Austin, pretty much. They should win this game. They should. Will they? That's the question. We'll find out. 30 minutes at the very least and possibly a penalty shootout. And we'll go over probably the stats before the penalty shootout, if there's a shootout. Straight to the first half of extra time. If you lose, don't shit yourself. Chiseled Adonis, I mean at RSL. It's extra time. MLS playoffs have extra time if there's a tie after 90 for every game. They don't go straight to penalties like CONCACAF does because I guess 2 legs and the finals extra time anyway. But all the differences in rules is just... It's tied after 90 in the repechaje in Mexico, straight to penalties. Tied after 180, higher seeded team goes through in the Liguilla. Tied after 90 in the final, I think extra time and penalties and Liga MX. It's all confusing. I know. It's all confusing. Tied after 90 from the round of 16 to the semifinals of CONCACAF Champions League or preliminary round of semifinals, straight to penalties. Final of the CONCACAF League and Champions League, extra time, then penalties. I know, weird. But extra time is about to start here in MLS. The first extra time of the playoffs. Glad there's still like a 2-hour break in between games. Either way. Here we go. And Austin have kicked off, playing up. It is, honestly. And then, of course, when you have the Molero Cups, Campeones and Leagues Cup, straight to penalties after 90. At least for now. They could change it when it actually means something. Campeones, maybe not. But Leagues Cup, shot! Save! Save by McMath! Honestly, if RSL win, McMath is man of the match at this point. He has to be, right? We want Tejas. We want Tejas. We want Tejas. Copa Tejas. Semifinal, Western. Semifinal. When's the last time a Texas team made the MLS Cup? It's been a while. 2010? It's been a while. Because then LA had a couple. Then Cascadia took over. It's been over a decade, hasn't it? It's been over a decade. 2010 comes to mind. RSL had their year. 2010 was the last Dallas. Yep. I thought so. It's been 12 years. Rapids beating Dallas for MLS Cup. In Toronto, no less. And the game was horrible. The game was absolutely horrible. Own goal. Man scores an own goal and tears his ACL at the same time, and that's how the Rapids won. My God, that game was a joke. Yeah, I thought it was 2010, but I know RSL had their year. Plays for it. Oh. Yeah, that was then. This is now. I'm just saying it's been a long time that any Texas team has been in the MLS Cup final. Because LA had a good run there for a while. Then Cascadia promptly took over. It's been a while. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying it's weird. There's no Cascadia teams. I mean, LA Galaxy is still in the playoffs, and LAFC is still in the playoffs. 2 derbies on the western side, possibly. A Copa Teos derby, and then the El Tráfico. Be very interesting. And then Texas versus California in the Western Conference Final, either way. Unless Minnesota don't pull something. Or RSL don't win on penalties. What's up, man? Then on the East, you got Union Cincinnati. Union versus Baby Union because, FC Cincinnati, Albright and Noonan love to be like Philly. Then you got just a match between the winner of NYCFC Miami and Montreal Orlando. You could have a Florida derby. Could. If Montreal and New York both lose, you could have a Florida derby, which would be nice. You know what? Yeah, Team Chaos wouldn't be so bad. Montreal eats crow against Orlando, and Pozuelo does what he normally does against New York, and you got a Florida derby. And at that point, I want Pozuelo to win the East if they get to I think Miami would beat Orlando in that case. Thanks to Pozuelo and Higuain. Higuain's last dance and Pozuelo being Pozuelo. Then you got the Eastern Conference Final of Philadelphia versus Miami. And, 95th minute. Let's get there first before we start talking shit. Let's see it happen first before we start talking shit. Plays on! Cross! Oh! Misses the Scorpion. Pele kick. Oh. 95th minute. If Montreal and NYC lose, Miami's going to MLS Cup. You still have to beat Philly. I like how awesome it is, just fighting and not giving up. It's like they really want to make it far, I guess. I understand that. Winville, you probably lose that game against Montreal. They probably do. But again, my heart wants Orlando to win that match. My head says Montreal. I want to see Montreal choke. Doesn't mean I think they will. I want to see them choke. And I'll laugh my ass off when it happens. Because it'll be hilarious. Honestly, yeah, I agree. Zavaleta was the one they should have shit-canned back in 2018 and kept Hagland, but they needed to get the allocation order for handball. Austin saying there was another handball. And it looks like they're going to play is stopped. Felipe. Oh, look, it's Felipe. And it looks like they may get a look at it. Arm, and it sort of hit the chest. Yeah, Felipe's just shithousing the shithouse. Corner kick for Austin. Corner kick for Austin. Felipe's just shithousing like he normally does. Header away and cleared. What's going to still be around during the apocalypse? Well, I mean, you can't concede 4 goals when you're sitting on your couch. Now, I'm sure they were playing golf, and I'm sure their scores were double bogeys all the way. Shot, goal! Goal! No, handball. Nope, handball against Austin. I'm sure a lot of the TFC players went golfing, and their scores were double bogeys throughout all 18 holes, but that's better than conceding 4 goals. At least you won't see them double bogeying every hole. How was it a handball? Oh, was that? Oh, it went off Driussi's hand as it was coming down, but he didn't mean to do that, though. Well, fair enough. Cancel. The goal canceled. No goal. Handball. Cross in. Cleared away. Oh. Lima took that one off the face, didn't he? Ugh. That's got to hurt. What's going to survive after the apocalypse? Cockroaches, Twinkies, and Felipe. Felipe will be king of the cockroaches. And the king of the Twinkies. Oh, foul free. Whoa. Yeah, Felipe's on Austin. That Felipe. Mr. Shithauser himself. Every time plays down. Gite. Shot over the bar. That's a shot over the bar. Fagundes. Diego Fagundes is trying to act like this is 2013 with all the shots he's taken. Trying to hero ball. This ain't 2013. '99th minute into the 100th minute. 5 minutes left in this half of extra time. 20 minutes left in the game, plus any stoppage time they do consider, which maybe a minute. Rigoni. Cross, cleared, corner kick. Cross in. Fagundes. Cross. Header over the bar. Oh. Milan beat Verona. Good. Chelsea beat Villa. Nice. 2-0. Or 2-2, but 2-0 for Chelsea over Villa. That's a good win. Arsenal beat... Okay, so Arsenal did play Leeds, so that's why. Okay. Throw in for Austin. 102nd minute. Getting close to the end of the first half of extra time. 102nd minute. Lima plays back. 102nd minute. Shot! What a save by McMath. What a save. I think I can. I don't think there's anything on Tuesday in 10 days' time, 26th. No, it's Olympia Alavalense. Already booked. Sadly, already booked. Headed on. Oh, what a bad. That was a pinball. Save McMath. 104th minute. 1.5 minutes left in the first half of extra time. Austin's still dominating right now. Austin has good supporters. I agree. I think they're one of the best support groups in the league, fan bases wise. I think they are. All right. You know, they have Matthew McConaughey as their director of culture or minister of culture. I respect that. Cross in, header. Oh, that's out for a corner. Not to mention, I like the Austin FC kits, not gonna lie. Oh, they're nice kits. They're clean. They're very similar to Atlanta's first 2 seasons kits, home kits, but green, but I like it. I can sell them on MLS Cup. I can't sell them on a random first round match. So if Toronto was playing, I would say very likely. MLS Cup, there will be, don't worry. Everything else in the playoffs, unless Montreal's like in the Eastern Conference Final, it's a Sunday. It's Sunday afternoon. I could probably sell that too. Just to troll on Montreal. It's halftime of extra time. Still 2-2. 2-2. 15 more minutes left in this matchup. And possibly a penalty shootout. If it stays tied. Oh, so breaks in between is 5 minutes? Never seemed like that much. That's halftime of extra time. 15 more. Suit. But Hawaiian shirt ain't a bad idea either. Or a striped button down. Come back from 2-goal deficits in the MLS playoffs the last 10 seasons. Seattle did it in 2020 against Minnesota, of course, conference final. I remember that one. That was crazy, I have to say. The Everclear joke as well in the review. Memorable. Second half's about to start. Of extra time's about to start. Toronto Varsity Blues beat by 1. That can happen. 2020 game was madness. Oh, yeah, it was. I can't believe that happened. Still can't. Well, I mean, yeah, I'll say still can't. 15 more minutes with some extra time, stoppage time probably. About a minute or two probably. 122 is probably the longest we'll go unless some crazy stuff happens. Throw in for RSL. Save. Boss. Stuver. Second half extra time. Here we go. Plays forward. Austin. Do you have any St. Louis Stars paraphernalia from the NASL days? Sadly, no. I'd like to find some, but sadly, no. It's like RSL decided to show up for some reason. They always show up in big games for some reason. It makes no sense. But then again, they were pretty good for the first half of the season. Then they frauded it up from like June on, and they still made the playoffs. And now they're back to being good. Shot blocked away. Handball? Felipe asking for a handball again. Be a corner. 16 goals, 18 assists, and 14 futsal games played. Literally carrying my team. Hey, that's a good way to do it, though. Good to carry your team. Gite plays it on. That looks like a handball. Like that's definitely callable. Nope, it hit off the hip. It hit off the hip. Felipe doing what he does. W playmaking by Gite. He's damn good. Damn good. Actually, you know what? No, we need a DP striker. That trade could have been smart, but Jimenez and Gite is probably not good enough. Lima over the ball. over the bar. 108th minute. GT is a damn good player. Cross, corner kick, cross in by Austin. Header, goal! Oh! Off the post! Off the post! I thought that was a goal. I always wanted to try a foot volley, but I would break my neck. Foot volley. Foot volley. That's cleared out. Corner kick? Off the post. Foot volley. Offside, okay. 109th minute. Is foot volley some sort of freaking... Yep, off the post. The angle covered that post. Driussi could have got a hat trick there. Is foot volley some sort of football version of racquetball? But then again, you said break your neck. So is that just trying to a different word for a scissor kick, Pele kick or something? I ain't never heard it like that before. Well, 110th minute. $110 minutes of this game. 10 more to go. Foul? Nope. RSL. On the break. Wolff. It'll be a goal kick for Austin. Ooh. Notice none of the teams have an old fart like Bradley slowing up the game. I agree with that. Volleyball, but you use the soccer ball. You can only use body parts you use in soccer. Oh. Well, yeah, I guess you would break your neck. You could break your neck then, trying to set it with your head. Yeah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Or spike it with your head. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I get it. I was just saying. Have you seen golf with footballs? Yes, I have. Some dude on TikTok plays foot golf a lot, too. That's when I first saw it. 112th minute. Headed away. I mean, it does look interesting. Foot golf. Not foot volley. I can't play volleyball itself. Cross in, header. I'm not good at volleyball at all, so trying to do foot volley, I would probably break my neck. Foot golf, on the other hand, I'd gladly try. It is a great match, I agree. Better than I expected this match to be. But I guess that's what happens when you have a tie going into extra time and late drama and possibly penalties. Yeah, that'll probably happen. When you thought it would be 3-1 Austin going into it. Yeah, it did go over my expectations. Osorio would be good in a game like this. He would thrive away from the poison of the TFC organization. I mean, Oso would be in a good game like this, or good in a game like this, but I have no idea. Like, they should just keep the pressure on that they have been for 60 minutes now. Add on the 15, 75 minutes into 85. Like, they should have kept the pressure on. The fact they're sort of pulling off the gas is not a good thing. Like, you could win the game now, headed away, instead of penalties. I don't know how good either team is. Well, I don't know how good Austin is at penalties, and RSL, things might have changed. I don't know if McMath could single-handedly win a game like Ochoa did. So, header away. Driussi, goal! 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 Sebastian Driussi! Hat-trick hero! Offside. Offside. Sebastian Driussi called off. Almost. You would have thought it was 3-2, but no. Let's see where the offside was. He was on when the ball was played. He was on when the ball was played. Let's see if he was on when it bounced back as well. So that's a bad call. That was a bad call. I think he just got screwed. I think they just got screwed. In the 115th minute, Austin should be ahead. They said Gite offside. Okay. I still think it was close. Let's see if ball don't lie. Cascante. Fagundes. Shot saved by McMath. 115th minute. I thought there was going to be a ball don't. Gite was barely offside half a step. Okay, so they got it there. I thought they were looking at hell. Driussi thought they were looking at him, so. Well, let's be honest. Jacob Schaffelberg. Nashville looked the best yesterday when Jacob Schaffelberg was on. He should have started, so yes, he did help them. They didn't score a goal because LA was parking the bus pretty heavily. But they looked a lot better when Schaffelberg was on for those last 20 minutes. Let's just correct the record here. If he started, Nashville probably would have won. I think they tactically overthought it as well, frankly. Your bracket is saved. Not yet. Not yet. You got 4 minutes plus stoppage time unless you saw something I didn't. Nope. Oh, because of the offside. But you still got 4 minutes. It's not saved yet. Possibly 6 and then penalties. So, ain't over yet. Cross in. Stuver versus McMath in a penalty shootout is what we're staring down. 117th minute. Remember the shootout against Seattle. Shame TFC aren't in the playoffs with their bankroll. I agree with that. Now that I agree with. Couldn't we technically make 20 different accounts with different brackets, or do they somehow have rules against that? I mean, technically you could if you had 20 email accounts. You could. I don't see any. I didn't read the rules completely. Nobody reads the terms and conditions, but you could technically use 20 email accounts. I didn't see nothing against it. I think 20 is pushing it. I don't even think there's enough probabilities to use 20 email accounts for the playoffs. You could use 2, one. You could use 1 full chaos. Use 3. 1 for what you think's going to happen. one for full chaos, and then one that's half and half. Actually, that's a good idea. Fair enough. And use one as your main prediction, and if you win either of the three, there you go. Zach Math is up in the 119th minute. I mean, that makes sense, though, doesn't it? Because knowing the MLS playoffs, you know there's going to be chaos. So even if you think it's smart to go with what you think is going to happen, hell, I picked like 2 upsets. That didn't completely go well. Well, I think RSL is one of them. Montreal, of course. They just have one Yama. Past the post. NYCFC has them all. Miami has them all. Cincy, I think they have them all. Orlando, I think they have all theirs. RSL does. Minnesota does. Dallas, I think they do. Galaxy has all theirs. So I think it's just Montreal and RSL. Philly, of course, has theirs. Header, save, 120th minute. 2-2. We're getting into stoppage time of extra time, or the second extra time. Teetering on penalties. Driussi, almost. $120th minute. PKs will happen. How much stoppage time will we get after 122 minutes? 2 minutes. 2 minutes before penalties. Can Austin win it late? They drew it late. Can they win it late? Headed down. Shot. Save by McMath. Felipe. Offside anyway. 1.5 minutes to go. And McMath is down once again. He's fighting his way through this match. That could have a problem at penalties. Honestly, I think so. Right now, I think so. Yeah, I would say so right now. Or if you played this year's roster against TFC2's roster like 2 weeks ago, with everybody still signed, yeah. 121st minute, 1 minute to go. Penalties are afoot. On the horizon. Let's go and see where this goes. 121st minute into the last 30 seconds. Header down. Cleared. 20 seconds. Plays on. Cross in. Header down. Cleared. 9 seconds. RSL will win on PK, says Duncan. 122nd minute. And looks like the whistle has been blown to go to penalties. We are going to penalties. It's 2-2 between Austin and Real Salt Lake. 2-2. We got penalties coming up. Let's see how crazy this gets. We got a penalty shootout. McMath's back must be hurting with all the weight from this team that he's been carrying. Yeah, that's probably what's cramping him up. Let's be honest. Let's see what it does in the penalty shootout. See what he does in the penalty shootout. 11. Full time, we're going to penalties. Yep. Let's go. All right. Stats at the half. Or stats at the final of extra time. Let's see what we got before we go to extras or penalties. We got 37 shots to 11, 68% possession to 32% possession. $11 shots on goal to 4. 644 passes to 319 passes. 88% pass accuracy to 69% pass accuracy. 31 throws to 12. 7 tackles, 1 to 4. 3 interceptions to 4. 5 blocks to 6. 7 clearances to 58. 2 keeper saves to 9. 2 saves to 9. 1 yellow card to 2. 0 red cards to 0. 11 fouls to 11. 6 offside to 0. And 14 corners to 2. And it's 2-2 going into penalties. Should be very interesting. Should be very interesting. We got penalty shootout. Austin versus RSL. See how far. This feels like this is going to be a crazy shootout, too. 2-2 after extra time. 2-2. Austin drew it late. Drew it, tied it late. And now they got to find a way to win in penalties, or will RSL, like last year, win their first round match on penalties? Let's remember, last year, RSL went to the second seeded team's home stadium, held them to penalties, held them to a draw through 120, went to penalties and won. Will Austin do what Seattle didn't and win on penalties, or will RSL do the same thing they did last season and win their first round tie on penalties at the home of the second seed? Will it happen again? Will history strike twice? Will lightning strike twice? We shall find out in moments. I guess the MLS Cup final will go to penalties too, because if we remember, I'm just saying, how fitting would that be? Austin, don't bust my bracket. I agree with that. But we'll see what happens. Should be very, very interesting. And RSL looks like they will go first, kicking. I agree with that. Rockies should make their mountain logo the main logo. Talking to both goalies, and it looks like Stuver will have to make a save first. Austin kicks second. I agree with that. At least that's what it looks like. Yep. RSL kicks first. Austin. Stuver has to make a save. Silva. Marcelo Silva. Marcelo Silva to start the penalty shootout for RSL versus Stuver. Oh, rolls in the goal. Hits the hands and rolls into the goal. 1-0 RSL. 1-0. If I do, that gets me a copyright strike. I can't do this. The game's on ABC and TSN in Canada. If you're saying who I think wins, I want Austin to win because I don't want them to bust my bracket. I think they're the more talented team as well, but penalties, that doesn't matter. But it's 1-0 RSL. We got Driussi going first. He already scored to tie it up. Can he beat McMath again? He does! Under the arm, 1-1. Driussi. 2 goals in the regular. 2 goals in the regulation and extra. Well, no, just regulation. And here we go. He scores the penalty, makes it 1-1. No problem. Still can follow along with the watch-along, though, hopefully. It's tied 1-1 between RSL and Austin on penalties. RSL comes back up. And it's Brody. Takes a shot. Save! Brody gets saved. The penalty is saved. 1-1 still. Not at that point yet. Not at that point yet. It's not sudden death yet. Andrew Brody, the penalty is saved. Stuver goes the right way. As far as I know, he was still on the line. Yep, still on the line when the ball was kicked. Big save by Stuver. And it's 1-1. Can Austin take the lead? Fagundes. Diego Fagundes versus Zach McMath. Diego Fagundes. 2 MLS regulars. Fagundes to take the shot. Goal. Goals. 2-1 Austin. 2-1 Austin. Diego Fagundes with a big goal. Seems like everybody in this chat wants RSL besides me and Rory. Seems like. Diego Fagundes with a big goal. Austin in the lead. 2-1 after 2. Here we go. RSL takes a shot. Saved over the bar. And it stays out. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's the craziest miss. Ojeda. That was Ojeda. Oh, Ojeda. Always kick second. I mean, it looks like this is... I think that was, yep, Ojeda. Boom. Off the hand of Stuver and stays over the bar and falls over and does not cross the line. 2-1. Still, Ojeda misses. That is the craziest miss. Rigoni steps up for Austin. If they score here, RSL's on the brink. Rigoni. Shot. Goal down the middle. Goal. 3-1 Austin. RSL has to score on their next penalty. They have to score to stay alive. And even then, Austin has to miss to stay alive into round 5 for RSL. RSL has to score. Austin has to miss. 3-1. Austin. For RSL. Is Tate Schmidt. Tate Schmidt runs up, takes the shot. Over the bar. The game is over. Austin wins 3-1 on penalties. Tate Schmidt puts it over the bar. Oh my word. RSL fights their hearts out. But in the end, they choke on penalties. Austin finishes the game. They finish the win. And it's over. 2-2 on the day. 3-1 on penalties. 2-2 esta noche. 3-1 penales. Austin FC advance to the Western Conference semifinals, setting up a possible Copa Tejas semifinal against Dallas if they so beat Minnesota tomorrow. Austin goes through. It was tough, but they figured it out. Austin is through. Big performance by Stuver. Big performance to win the game. And 2 hours from now, Montreal plays Orlando. Let's see how that one goes. But with that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. It's 7. I will be live. 6:55, 7. I'll be live for Montreal versus Orlando, and I will review that as well. I will see you then in about 2 hours. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Sit tight. Congratulations, Austin.